outside my backyard because I'm going to talk to you about how to dry various herbs. And what I'm going to be drying is hops. One of my hobbies, besides trying to help people grow better and growing myself, is to brew beer. And so I'm growing my own hops here. And so this is a little hops. And what you're going to look for with this is, I don't know if you can see it, there's little yellow crystals that grow in here. And that's what gives hops its flavor. It's what allows hops to add the flavor to beer. These little crystals, they add the bitterness and the flavoring. So the most important thing before you're going to dry your crops, of course, is picking it at the right time. You don't want to pick it too early, and you don't want to pick it too late. So experience, of course, is the best teacher. If you want to send me an email at askthedoctor@htgsupply.com, please go ahead and do that. And if I've grown that crop, I can give you little tips, but experience will be the best teacher. And so I'm going to pick this hops. This hops is ready to go now. It's a little bit dry to the touch, but not too dry. And you can see up here a little bit, some of the hops, if you can see this or not, is starting to get a little bit of a brown right here. So this is definitely time to harvest this. When it starts to get brown, it's a little too dry. So I was waiting for a sunny day so I could shoot this video, but I'm going to pick this hops and I'll show you how I dry it. Well, we're inside now, and I picked my hops, and it's been about a week, and they're in this dry net here. So I have this dry net hanging in a grow tent, and so the hops in here, they're nice and dry. These dry nets are fantastic because they allow airflow around and also underneath whatever you're drying. So I highly recommend getting a dry net. You don't have to have a grow tent to put it in, but grow tents, of course, are nice. Now, if you don't have a dry net, or you have a very small amount of things you want to dry, you know, sure, you can go for the cheap college student method of drying things in a brown paper bag. Now, don't use a plastic bag, of course. That will not allow your plants to dry, and you're going to get mold. That's your big concern. When you're drying things out, you want to keep them drying, you want to keep airflow, maybe even have a fan. If you have any mold problems in the past, you definitely want to have a fan or have air flowing in there. But you want to have nice, even airflow, or at least have your plants exposed to the air so they dry evenly. If they dry too slowly, they can get moldy. If you have them piled too high, they can get moldy. So one of the best ways to finish up is with a dry net here, and if you don't buy that from HTG Supply, you want to create a similar situation where you have good airflow, allowing air to come underneath and around whatever you're drying, so you have a nice steady drying to prevent your plants from molding. What a sad thing that would be is after all your hard work and effort, the last stage, drying things out, and they get moldy. Once they are dry, you want to put them in a sealed container, a mason jar, or a Ziploc container, and put them in the freezer. We put things in the freezer so that they're preserved. So once you dry your herbs properly, you can then put them in the freezer for months to years. Good growing.